Let me get all emotional in this. Okay. As a teenager, I learned to drive manual. Never touched an auto. Until one day, my girlfriend's dad honored me to take his daughter out in his prized Volvo 740 Turbo that came with an automatic transmission. My nervous had mistaken the super wide brake pedal as a clutch, and I catapulted my girlfriend's face into the dashboard.
I spent a good 2 hours trying to compress the rear lowering spring onto my front and strut assembly. That's a bad day. That is a long day in the garage just trying to figure out why the hell it's not going in, and then just to find out it was the rear one. Oh man.
I spent $250 getting a new secondhand computer and ignition coils for my car when it wouldn't run without properly diagnosing the problem first. Turned out the cam position sensor plug wasn't properly plugged in after I changed the rocker cover gasket and it wiggled loose. Lots of hours wasted too. You know, we've all done that before where we just think we've got it on lock and we don't. We don't have it on lock. It's okay.
When people pull up next to me, I rest my hand on the shifter. When they look inside, I slowly move my hand off and watch their faces as they realize it's an automatic.
If some girl I met, whether it's from Tinder or I meet, I ask them to turn around so I can make sure their jeans don't have any metal buttons on the pockets so it doesn't scratch or rip the leather. But to be honest, I only do it so I can get a good look at the booty. I get it.
My very unlicensed family member totaled my first 350Z like 8 years ago and ran me over in the process. Lesson, be in the car. There's more to that though than just because he's unlicensed, that's why he run, what? Who ran you? Why did they run you over? Were you doing something you weren't supposed to be doing? Usually people get ran over for a reason. T-Jizzle52. Judging by your username, there's a good chance that you may have been doing something that caused that. But anyway, let's move on.
All the arrow on my car is from Lowe's. Bro, got that garage door splitter lip? What are you doing?
I had an old 1987 Toyota pickup and got used infinity wheels and tires for it. The offset was too high and they rubbed on the control arms, so I got the cheapest spacers I could find, and on the hub bore was just too small on the wheels to fit on the spacers. So I took a Dremel and dremeled out the inside of the wheel so they would fit on the spacers. Slight vibrations at 80 miles per hour. I sold the truck. Walden, I have some questions.
I put Japanese stickers on an American car. I realized that it is a mistake, but I've convinced myself that since the engine is Japanese, it's okay. It's not really.
I backed into the side of my garage and I told everyone I was hit by a car in a parking lot.
I put wheels, tires, headlights, taillights, and custom exhaust on a Mitsubishi Coupe. The transmission cross member that holds the transmission and one of the motor mount was completely rusted off the frame of it. It looked good and sounded sweet though. That sounds a lot like my Mitsubishi.
I once bought a used carbon fiber hood, but the car had an engine swap and it wouldn't sit flush. I had one corner lifted about an inch off the car in the front, and the one latch had one bolt that was completely stripped. So I was coming home from work one evening and I was on the freeway and the latch ripped off, smashed my windshield, and I had to use bungee cords to hold the hood down while I took the streets the rest of the way home. Traffic stopped behind me on the freeway while everyone watched me drive off the freeway with my hood laying on my windshield. I learned never buy used or damaged carbon fiber hoods. If I were to root cause the problems that had to do with the demise of your windshield, it probably started with a whole plethora of things like just not acknowledging that it wasn't gonna fit right out of the gate. But, you know, it happens. It happens.
I purposely unbuckle other people's baby seats so they can have some razzle-dazzle next time they take little Jimmy to the store. That's f***ed up. You can't be doing that. I mean, that's funny as but you can't be doing that. Razzle dazzle.
My grill is held on with double-sided tape because the brackets were too expensive. What? Oh. I didn't buy my wheels, tires, and suspension from fitmentindustries.com, and I've regretted it ever since. Sad face. We all make mistakes, just as long as we don't make the same mistake twice. And that is the confessions from our own viewers. So in case you were wondering, the people that are in the comment section below, you now get a little taste of what it was like. If you guys have any automotive regrets that you would like to share now that we've shared in public the others in the comment section, you can do so now, and we won't judge. We don't judge. If you're looking for wheels, tires, suspension, don't forget to check out fitmentindustries.com. I'm Alex from Fitment Industries. Don't forget to subscribe. We will see you later. Peace.